Ready, Lashwana.
They're Lashwana me, bro.
Alright. Alright, the I Am Next show. Myself, Mr. I Am Next. Lashawna Rose in the building. And we got Lily Mercer in the building from Viper Mag. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good inside, looking at my dishes like shit. I gotta wash up. But yeah, besides that, I'm good. I think I'm good, man. I think it was good, the conversation we had on Instagram Live, and I think it's good that we're taking it to a whole nother level and making it longer. Obviously, having Lashawna involved as well. And yeah, man, just continue the UK drill versus US drill conversation.
Definitely. No, I thought it was a great chat. I think we covered
My phone.
To be ready.
That was my phone.
But I think it's good to, open the conversation up and have, more people involved. So, yeah. Well, did you manage to catch the chat, Lashawna?
No, I didn't catch it. I'm so like anti-Instagram Live a bit. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no. Seshi's been kind of putting me on. But the thing is with me and drill, yeah, I don't know much about drill. I just kind of understand it from a standpoint as like people are wavered when it comes to drill.
Yeah.
So social too.
Say it again.
Music only, or the social, like the bigger angle of drill?
Like yeah. I'm talking, the whole bigger angle, the whole perception of it and that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's get conversation going and see where I can chime in or whatever.
In my personal opinion, I don't think anyone specifically knows a lot about drill as well, because it's such a new genre as well. So
yeah.
I just know what I feel about it, and I definitely don't claim to, be like an expert, but I do feel that there's enough about like drill that I can comment on in terms of like the music angle. But when it comes to the cultural angle, that's why I sometimes feel not like bad, but I feel, there is a certain like a moral like side of it that I take on when I think about actually that this does affect people's lives a huge amount. And that's just a person.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I hear certain lyrics and I'm like, oh, that's real. That's not just,
it's not just what's been said, yeah. Like with drill, like it is a thing where it is about the beats, but it is also about the lyrics. But someone else was saying to me as well before, they were like, everyone's lyrics have kind of had this agenda as well, like in other genres like hip hop, trap, rap. Do you get what I mean? So it is a mixture of both, obviously the beat selection and the content.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think rap has necessarily been so aggressively violent for such a long part of the song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think
that's how I feel about it.
It's more genre based.
Yeah. Like even trap, it's a bit more about like kind of, there's a huge amount of it that's about girls, there's a huge amount of it that's about just trapping, getting money and drugs, and that's not really always it's predominantly violent, and then maybe a mention of a girl, but even that is quite rare. So
yeah, definitely. So like, who are you guys feeling drill wise, like musically? Like, who would you say you're really in tune with currently in the drill scene?
I'm not, if I'm completely honest with you.
But
I just hear stuff like, if I tell you a name, I'd probably butcher the name firstly and wouldn't. I couldn't name any artists because I don't listen to it like enough to say, yeah, I fuck with that person. They're a proper drill artist. I don't.
But okay, from just like an outsider, what is the stuff that you would say you've heard that you're feeling, without butchering the name?
Or someone like that, maybe like American too.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you off the back of my head.
Yeah. So what, like Heady?
Other than Killer Mo, literally, like I'd say I listen to Killer Mo, and that's about it. That's American.
Yeah.
But
UK wise,
there's so much of it that I don't. I'd say, honestly, I listen once and I wouldn't listen again. So I wouldn't really pick up on a name. I wouldn't pick up on that. I'd just hear it or see a video and then just go from there. But I just more look at drill and understand the effect it has on people from a distance, or families that have been through shit. Do you know what I mean? Because like, obviously for me, it's like, I've been Like even for example, the Operation Shutdown protest for the knife crime stuff that happened. We was at that protest as a family, trying to protest to do something about knife crime and that turned into something else on Krept and Konan's video, like it was completely against drill. Do you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that. So I'm coming from that point of view. In terms of like artists and that, I couldn't tell you who is out there that I fuck with or anything like that because I actually don't listen to it like that.
Do you think the effect of drill is dulled down to what's really going on? Because like what you just said is something like that is very true. Like people, like I feel like there was a point where everyone was saying drill is the cause of a lot of incidents that is happening, but then you got artists who are saying no, it's not.
I don't think it's the cause at all. I just think it plays a contributing factor, but I don't think it's the cause. And that's just... Go on, sorry, Billy.
People, it's almost like, you know, like that violence was going on a long time before drill music when it was called.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do feel that the difference is that like many of the artists that I listen to are, we spoke about this on the live, like Know Better as an actual song, referencing high-profile crimes that happen not far from my house. And just because of it being something that, you know, if you know enough about it, you shouldn't maybe be... Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, if you've actually seen those murders on the front pages and being shocked by them, can you really listen to that song innocently and just like, you
exactly.
So yeah.
It's even like artists, I'm not going to say names because he's in jail and stuff like that, but artists that I've had on my show at Represent and stuff that I've spoken to, even after, like, Lily, you don't know, but my twin brother was murdered, innit? Almost 3 years ago now. But like, after meeting this guy and he was putting his music out and that, he was doing drill, and I was like, I mess with you, I think you're talented, but at the end of the day, you need to remember that if you're really going to do this music thing, you're going to be on a platform and you're going to be influencing a lot of young people, you know, or a lot of people in general. And he was like, no, I get it. And I was like, I understand you're trying to live your truth and speak on your truth, but don't like allow the glorification of it, if that's the case, because it's not that. You don't even want to be part of this lifestyle. That's why you're trying to push your music so hard. Let's be real.
It is a means of the way out. And I feel like what you're saying is 100% fact. And I feel like drill music what it does isn't always cause the damage, but it adds fuel to the fire. Do you get what I mean? Like
narrative alongside it as well. That
the
music is a narrative that goes with the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Whether the music was going on.
Yeah, but it is now. But I would say that a lot of the music now, you could say, I feel especially UK drill, a lot of the music now is like, it is adding fuel to the fire where man are saying that, oh, man's this in this situation that I'm involved in, and I need to retaliate. And if I don't retaliate either via the music and actually put fact to the music, then there's no point. Do you get what I mean?
I personally feel that no drill artist that's going to be out of that world is going to be considered a drill artist anymore. Like the only people probably Little Durk and G Herbo, who might be like commercial, successful drill artists who stopped doing drill to get there. And
exactly.
You know, so even like if Headie One stopped doing road and made like the project that he's recently dropped, the Gang EP, if he made that his main lane, I don't think we call him a drill artist anymore.
No. Because I wouldn't even call Headie a drill artist like that.
Anymore? You don't think you could call him a drill artist?
Nah, I don't think. I think he's past it. I'm not gonna lie.
So that you think there's a stage where with your success, so depending on your success will determine whether you're out of the life or not. Do you got? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Become successful can't be drill. Drill music cannot be because we all stop. They can't be doing road the same way. They can't be living that life and still doing that. Like living in this and making those moves. And then at the same time, I think that the commercial world wouldn't accept drill as a subject matter. So there's two reasons I think you could be a drill commercial artist while still making drill music. You can come from the drill scene and become commercial, but you kind of have to do the right stuff to make sure you're a drill artist.
So then as soon as you become commercial, you're not classified as a drill artist?
No, because your music changes as well. It's not just you know. Like, it's not even just the fact that you started off doing drill, your music will literally change from drill to just UK rap, if that's the case.
Yeah, or so okay, let's put for in like perspective, RIP Pop Smoke. He was at a level where I could say he was past drill. Like from 100%. when you now got for me personally, you just got dropped a feature with Travis Scott, one of the biggest artists on the planet. Do you get what I mean? But you could still say he's a drill artist because of the beats.
True, but like I sound really like rude with this. He only just went platinum, if you see what I mean. So
yeah.
And people did, but after he died. So I'm just saying that, and I'm a huge fan of Pop Smoke. I mean, no disrespect by saying that, but I don't think we can consider him someone like on Amigos or a Drake level if he's only got one platinum song so far.
Okay.
I get you. I get that. I understand that.
So as soon as you start really hitting them numbers and yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
In contrast, that name one person that's still making drill music that's charting and getting all those numbers, and UK or US. Because Pop Smoke is a good example. He's the best you could get, but I don't think he's even reached the tier to say he's like.
I don't know the numbers Headie One's getting, but I feel like Headie One's doing a lot of numbers.
But I don't think Headie's a drill rapper anymore. He's a rapper.
His new song is. I agree with you. His new, like, I think it's called Rose Gold that just shot.
Yeah.
Headie's flow is the dominant flow in drill music.
Drill, yeah.
Or yeah,
but at the same time, now it's just Headie's flow. Like he's gonna jump on any song and do that same flow.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it's like that's his flow. But I don't know, man. I just feel like drill, as you said, Lily, like drill's one of them genres that it can't be commercial because of what you're talking about. They are not gonna play that on mainstream radio. They're not going to play that on mainstream anything.
We just saying on the live, and we were like, would we even want it to? And we both
way, I wouldn't.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't want it to be there, and I wouldn't really probably listen to it the same way if it was. Like, especially the UK charts. It's one thing to be Billboard, but the UK charts, no.
Yeah, because then you just start sounding like Drake, doing drill with that, which is shocking. I'm not gonna lie, like. Well, what's your thoughts on Drake and his influence? Like, not his influence, but his injection in the drill scene. That's it. His injection in the drill scene. Because I would say like there is a positive. Obviously, him giving it the platform and the numbers. Like, yeah, don't get that wrong. But I feel like he butchered it. Like it wasn't needed. Like he wasn't needed for him to do that. No lie. Like. I feel like, yeah, the injection of like him obviously giving it the platform and the numbers, cool. Thank you. But regarding like jumping on tracks and that, nah, bro, it's tired.
As I said last week, I don't think drill needed Drake. But yeah, Lashana, what's your...
yeah, I feel the same way as you.
Yeah.
He doesn't need... But Drake, he does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, but I personally feel drill most probably needed the Travis, the A Boogie, the Quavo. That made it a bit more. You get me?
Yeah, Shake the Room, which is probably the biggest song of that project. Shake the Room.
Well, that's a hit, a slapper. Even Gotti by with Travis, hit. Like that was needed. But Drake.
When that drops and everyone.
Drake.
Drake's tired, man. He needed to allow it. I appreciate him obviously doing what he does because obviously he's really messing with a lot of like. Guys, obviously, Low Ski. I think he mentioned Unknown T a couple times. Headie One mentioning some lyrics and that.
No, Millions.
Yeah, Millions.
But Drake's the kind of rapper that kind of like he does look to the UK and finds it. All right, in my head, yeah. When I see Drake, I see him at the computer like, and I love Drake, so there's no. But it's like I see him at the computer like, oh, what's the UK guy today? Kind of thing. What's the next thing? Yeah, and like he'll come through with like that's why he did the song with Dave a couple of years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel like
you do all of that stuff because that's what's cool and popping over hair. He knows his fan base is hair as well. So but when we're talking about drill, he's gonna have to jump on that.
Yeah, I feel like Drake is a big music nerd as well as a musician.
Yeah, he is.
Like that's what I think Drake is. Like as much as like he's like
100%.
the biggest music nerd and lover of music as well as a musician, so he's gonna see something that he's not like seen before and be like, wow, like how do I get involved in this? This is lit. Like I'm
That's
messing
what
with
I'm
it.
saying.
As well as I got the numbers, like me getting involved, I might butcher it. I'm gonna try, but I'm obviously gonna give it its benefit as well.
Yeah.
That's what I think the best thing about Drake doing drill is a lot of the beats are actually like real new school UK producers.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think is a real positive from it is like these guys who, you know, like JB made it, I think was involved in Demons. I might be wrong. Like, so, and like there's people that are kind of not like starting out in their careers, but they're starting to blow in the UK and they're already getting Drake features. Or like Drake. That's insane and that's amazing for the UK, because if he's like, he wasn't picking those beats before, as far as I'm aware, he was picking them because of the guys that are using them. So yeah, I just think that's a good look, and it's nice to see him working with more producers from the UK as well as just artists, and you know what we've seen so far.
Especially when it's a thing where producers don't get as much love as I feel like producers overseas. Do you get what I mean? Especially in the UK, like you're never seeing a producer at the forefront, but unless they put themselves there, like Still Bangles or Savak, or do you get what I mean?
But we've got some producers, and that's why it's like it's a rare thing to see them getting those looks. Like, and also we know who they are because drill producers are great with tags, so you always know. Like, their tags are slightly terrible at times. Like you know who made the beat simply because they've looked at how the trap.
Yeah, fact. What's your thoughts on UK with regard to UK drill and US drill? People saying the US need to give way more love to where it comes from, as in New York.
I mean, why do they need to if it's come from Chicago?
That's what many of them have said as well.
I feel like they should.
We have elevated it very well.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really showing love, but showing just maybe like the appreciation I feel is coming from they're obviously using UK producers, as Lily was saying before. Drake's obviously put on a lot of the producers and showing light on where the sound is coming from. But with regard to like the flow patterns, and just keep getting it to that stage where, okay, guys like Drake are looking at it. I feel like maybe more collaborations than just showing love. Because you can show love, like, oh yeah, man, this is the heady one. But these men are most really doing it in the DMs. Do you get what I mean? Man's messaging, man, like, oh yeah, you're wavy. Man, message with your twin. But I just personally feel like more collaborations where bridges can be built is what's needed than just showing love. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. But it then goes back to the whole lifestyle and the mentality of these people that are actually making drill. Like, these guys are on road, they're not going to be showing love publicly. Like, oh yeah, fuck with this person. No, because they're too cool for that, firstly. And secondly, it's like, are they actually on music enough, really?
What you're saying is valid points, because I was even thinking the same thing where maybe the love can be shown, but are you doing music for music? And yeah, man's trying to be the biggest musician, drill artist there, or are you doing it just to shit on the ops? Do you get what I mean? Or do you get what I mean? Like, you can really see people's what's the word? You can really see what people are doing it for just by what they put out. Do you get what I mean? Like, are you doing it for music's sake, or you're doing it because you're popping, you're going to bring in some cash flow with the streams, or you doing it for the whole essence of, I want to take this to the next level and maybe elevate from drill into actually a whole nother thing?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Lily?
I don't know.
I feel like what Lashana just said as well. It's like, why do they need to? Like, in a way, I don't know. Because I personally, I'm thinking about it. I don't really think that the US has taken, like, the flow that the UK uses for drill. I don't think the US artists are really using the same flow.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And they're kind of shining light on the producers. The producers are getting more love, like, from collabing with US artists. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because the only person that I've really seen say anything different was 22Gs. He said that Chicago don't give credit to London for carrying on with drill, like keeping the scene. That's one thing. But if Chicago is not still like making drill like that, why would they care that we carried it on necessarily?
Yeah, exactly.
A fucking award. Like, what's the like applause? You know, how do we even get that? It's like, it's not going to bring money to the scene, and the scene's kind of good as it is. So yeah,
I think you hit a valid
that's exactly
point.
It. Yeah,
and
that's exactly it.
You know, But I mean, I feel like Chicago might still be carrying on with the scene, and in ways that could, if that happened, then maybe there should be a bit more. But I think it's not like credit that we need as much as collaboration, which would be the most interesting thing.
Yeah, man.
That's what we need.
I feel like the UK always want credit, but it's more the collaboration that I feel is way more important. Like that's really gonna open a lot more doors, open a lot more markets, as well. But I also think it shouldn't always just come down to the artists. I feel like producers are getting way more credit and making way more connections than the artists. So it should really be down to maybe a producer taking on that role and being like, look, I'm going to do a Metro project. I'm going to do a project like this and have Dutch featuring Fabio Foreign or featuring 22Gs or Chef G or Unknown T Millions featuring the X, Y, and Z. That I feel like it really comes down to the producers.
And that could be done as a group because there's collectives of local. The drill producers seem to be in their own scenes. Like it's like Finesse Forever as a camp. Do you know what I mean? So collective, not just like individual producers trying to get everyone on the tape. I'm surprised that isn't already happening, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
I'm not surprised in the sense that like you have to think of the labels and stuff. They're not really signing drill artists. They're signing artists that do drill, but then they water it down anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like the collaborations ain't gonna come if the person that in the UK is making drill is making dancey drill, yeah. For an American who's serious about their drill, it doesn't make sense. Like that doesn't correlate to me.
And even the label very inauthentic if that did happen as well. So either way, yeah. Because I swear Russ was in New York. Like one of the many videos of Russ on social media where he was Heady, but he was maybe it wasn't Heady, it was someone else, but he was in New York and he was like, I'm in New York right now, and he kept saying it, and I'm thinking like that's the kind of way that it's going to happen is if an artist actually goes to
But then a lot of these drill artists can't travel.
Exactly.
They can't even get
a lifestyle.
So I feel like only like the Americans can travel, because obviously Pop Smoke made it to the UK, went on tour with Skepta. I feel like Fabio Foreign can travel at a moment, but then if you look at like a lot of like I feel like there's a lot more UK drill artists than US. Do you get what I mean? But from what I know, Chef G can't even travel to the UK yet. But even 22Gs. But I feel like it's gonna be harder if they're not traveling, because like you can't make a lot of artists want to be in a video together.
It goes down to, again, like, pick your life. Like, what do you want? Do you want to do music, or or are you trying to find things to talk about? Are you going to do the stuff in life so you have things to talk about? Because the more you do that stuff, the more you ain't going to be able to travel, because you're going to get caught. Like, come on.
But then with the power of the internet, it's not hard to lay a verse, send it back, send another. It's not hard to do that.
But you can make all the music you want, but only way you're gonna make money that's gonna make you happy or equivalent to what you're gonna get on road is if you're gonna be touring.
Yeah.
Also, and I love the fact that you say how simple it is to just lay a verse and send it. Anyone who works with a rapper knows that is not happening.
I'm not an artist, so I don't know, but I think it could be that easy. Like there's these guys who done from Australia. I sadly forgot their name. Sorry if you watch this and I'm not crediting you. I'll put it somewhere. But these guys laid a verse down on Burner's track. Burner's a drill artist from Junction. Yeah. And they shot the video and did it to like it's being done. Like it's not like it's not being done.
Imagine a UK rapper sending a verse like that when they're already popping. That's not
1-4. That's their names. 1-4. Shout out 1-4 from Australia.
Did a track with
ASAP Ferg, yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, we're having this conversation about like showing love to the UK and stuff. Drill's everywhere now. Drill's in Australia.
Yeah, it is.
Paris. It's not just us now that.
Even Paris, the French lot are killing it in drill. They're killing it, and it's like no one's capitalizing. Like I don't see no one really trying to make it that, because it takes one person to literally think, rah, if there's drill globally and there's an audience all over the world, like it's not just the UK thing anymore. It's not just Chicago anymore. Like it takes them to literally, as I said, lay down that verse. Yeah, okay, I got I got Empty 16. I need 1-4 to drop a verse. I need Fabio Foreign and them man to drop a verse. And then I got the whole UK on Smash. Like,
yeah,
that's it. You've now targeted an unknown territory of drill around the world. Like, do you get what I mean?
I feel like French drill is gonna because Back Row G, so the Party Pooper, the remix, there's someone, a French guy, has done his own version on it, on the instrumental, which I can't speak French, but it sounds sick. And then and then there's a whole group of guys that are like around that guy in France, and they got a kind of drill scene going. But this is the thing, so Back Row G can speak French, like Shea Boy can speak French. How many like musicians?
Yeah, true.
French? Yeah. Imagine the kind of, that would be some whole next hybrid if we end up like UK or even just all French speaking artists in drill making French drill. That would be sick. I'll learn French for that. Like,
but I think there already is that, because like there is a lot of French guys who do speak drill, just killing drill.
Speak drill.
I mean,
start again.
I mean, there's a lot of French guys who speak French.
There's a what?
Killing their drill. Listen, I need to go outside.
Oh shit. The thing is, how I see it as well is that I get that drill is a whole genre now. We get it, yeah. And there's some really dope rappers that are doing drill. I just hope that they're understanding the business side of things to get themselves out of their situations or whatever, or get off road, whatever. Because not every drill rapper's doing road. Some of them are lying, whatever. Whatever. Okay, but like, get to know the business side and capitalize off of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a popular genre right now. Yeah. And like the kids love it. But
numbers on it as well. You can be making money off YouTube alone right now.
Yeah, for real. I just feel like if they figure out the way of doing it correctly, and I have no idea how to do it correctly, then do it, because it could work. It's just the question again, Lily, is like how to make it commercial.
But I don't think it needs to go commercial like that. Like, you don't need to go that commercial like that. I feel like maybe if it's a thing where you are just hitting the target people who really mess with it.
Yeah.
You're good for it. Like,
but do you not think that it's going to be hard to get shows and stuff for like artists that are doing drill?
It's almost impossible, and especially in terms of getting as an agent, trying to book artists in the scene.
Yeah. And that's what I mean about trying to break that commercial boundary, because people look at drill as just violence and don't want it.
Yeah, facts.
About this before with them, and I don't even think Blade Brown is a drill artist, but Blade Brown.
Nah, he's not, man.
But Young Dolph and Key Glock show got cancelled because Blade was the support.
Seriously, that's mad. Blade's not even talking like reckless like that. He's just about his money.
Yeah, facts.
But they're cancelling, and like, so imagine trying to put like V9 on stage right now.
It's not working.
And the other thing that I wanted to say as well is like, I mean, if you've been around a lot of rappers that actually are doing roads, do you know how many people don't want to do rap like that? They don't really want to change their lives. They're very
exactly.
It's safe money or it's secure. They know how to make that money compared to money. So I've been around certain rappers that don't want to stop doing road. So even as successful as they become, they're not going to choose that route. So Shauna, sorry, you're saying a lot of stuff that I think people are underestimating with people that are in this life.
Yeah.
Want to just like make that music while they're doing it and just have that as the side hustle.
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna lie, like in the time like we're in now, music stopped. Like there is no shows. You're not getting no live stream. You're only getting music. You're only getting money from your streams, and then even in the time that we're in, the streaming numbers have gone down. So it's like, really, what are you doing? Like, you really might have to really step back into your old life, and you get me, pick up what you were doing.
Yeah.
There's so many examples. We were talking about it the other day with drill as well. It's not even, there's a lot of people that have like gone to prison that would have done amazing things, but there's a lot of people that have actually like lost their lives as well. So it's not even like
that's so true.
Man.
It's so different if you really think about certain people surviving.
It's a difficult situation, I think, because of what it comes with or what it comes from. But as I said, there's some really, really talented people out there. So hopefully that they just,
they just pick the right lane,
innit? Yeah, just,
because I feel like Headie One did did a good move. He's found the middle ground. I feel like even like at 1.67, they found the middle ground. Like they were doing what they needed to do to take it there for real. Obviously, a couple of them ended up going back on the roads and ended in prison, whatever. But they found that middle ground. But then it comes down to, is this gonna last? Do you get what I mean? And would you think the lifespan is on drill as we speak? Because like, you know how it goes. A couple years ago, Afro swing was the big thing. Now drill is bigger than Afro swing. Do you get what I mean? So it's like,
to compare it to trap, which in my opinion is the closest thing to drill as far as a subgenre of rap.
Yeah.
I think drill's been going for 20 years, you could say. So trap's been going for 20 years. Drill's been going for like maybe 8 or 9, you could say. So I would say drill could at least go for 20 years, in my opinion. But that does depend on, because at the moment, who I'm thinking of as the longest term like active drill artist, but this is dependent on if you view him as one, is Headie. Sure. Drill anymore. He's capped already, but it was 2017 was No Power.
Yeah, I feel like Headie took over 6-7.
I just feel like in terms of being kind of like a superstar in drill, for long, like he's been consistent for like 3 years, in my opinion. I feel he's the closest thing to saying that. Like, I don't think, like, because wasn't RV in jail when No Better came out. So
maybe, I think so. I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I just don't remember, like, because I feel like Headie dropped a few songs quite soon after, and he just very quickly became the guy. And then like Lowski, obviously, he went jail for a while. Like Lowski good reign, but I feel him going away affected that. So that's in the UK scene. In the US, like Brooklyn drill hasn't been going long enough, I think, to have a superstar like consistently for years.
I think it really just takes them collabs, like those collabs that Pop Smoke did is what was net. Like it just takes those one collabs. If Headie One dropped a song with Quavo, crazy. I think that's it. Especially if it sounds and is ringing. Headie One could break America, like especially with UK drill. Do you get what I mean? Because they've already got a taste of drill and the essence without. Obviously, the only difference is like Headie One.
People like Headie in America as well.
Yeah, the only difference I'd say is with Headie One and Pop Smoke is like Pop Smoke really made party drill. Do you get what I mean? Like it's still got the element of drill, but he's talking about Billie Jean, Michael Mary. He's talking about drip. Do you get what I mean? Like UK drill artists weren't really talking about drip. They're just talking about the chingings and the real life situations. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Which isn't quite on this topic. It's more going back to when we were talking about the showing love to the UK. Kind of not drill, but did you see? It was Reese was playing Fredo in the car.
Yeah. I saw that.
The original drill scene in Chicago and Fredo. In a way, I wonder if he does listen to the drill artists in the UK. If he's listening to Fredo, does he listen to Headie? Do you know what I mean? That would be insane. If you had someone like Headie collab with one of the original Chicago drill guys, that would just, in my opinion.
That would be epic. Like G Herbo, Headie One, that could be nuts.
Because to be honest with you, I say G Herbo, like, I don't know if you've heard, there's like a few songs that G Herbo's dropped recently, which you could probably say fit into the drill category.
Yeah, I think it still has the essence of drill. I've listened to the tape, and it's like, it's still got that bounce, that vibe. Yeah.
On the album, I know what you mean, but I mean, like, to be honest, he's got a song. So Lil Durk just dropped an album, like, Friday, and there's a song on it called Chiraq Demons, which came out, like, probably a month ago. That is drill, like, essence. Like, it might not be exactly what we call drill here and, like, the Brooklyn drill, but in terms of what Chicago drill was, that is, in essence, what it is. That song is G Herbo doing drill. So maybe in that way, I've been listening to G Herbo since, like, Gangway. Like, what was that? 2013 or 14? I'm trying to think. He was like 16 and he's like 24 now. So maybe G Herbo would be the guy. King Louis, like, I love King Louis. As we said last time, King Louis is the founder of drill, but King Louis, I don't think has been making drill music the same way up until now. Yeah. So if it's not Headie, it's G Herbo. That's what I'm saying.
Someone's got to bridge the gap, because like there's been attempts, like Taze did a song with Chef G, epic. Do you get what I mean? Then you obviously got, I think Pop Smoke or Fabio Foreign's got a song with M24.
Pop Smoke, sounds amazing from that snippet.
Another crazy move. Then you got obviously Burner from Junction's got a track with I forgot their name again. My bad. The guys from Australia who are doing drill, and they're hard as well.
Did you say
yeah,
1-4?
Yeah, 1-4. So the links have been there. It really just takes, I personally feel, someone to round them up and make them hits, and then bam, that's it.
Pride is going to stop that, and also if they were to be able to travel here, I think it would happen quicker. But yeah, because Pop Smoke happened because he was in the studio with them, right?
I don't even think M24 was popping when Pop Smoke was popping. Like, I feel like M24 just got popping. Like, he just got popping. Like, literally, like, after the song with Tion Wayne, that really boosted him. Like, obviously he had GBGs and etc. But it's that song with Tion Wayne that was maybe the commercial move for him.
I don't know. I think it's an interesting topic, and I think, like Lily, what you said at the beginning, is like, I think it's such a young genre. It's still hard to read. But I think Headie could.
But I feel like it's so.
I think Headie could do it.
Yeah, Headie could definitely do it.
Make that.
I was saying, I feel Headie can definitely do it, but it is so young. But a lot has already been accomplished. Do you know what I mean? You've got the likes of, you've got 4 of the biggest maybe artists in the world jump on it. Travis, Drake, Amigos member Quavo, and A Boogie, who's got undeniably crazy numbers and streams. Like, it's ready. It's ready for someone to really just come and capitalize on it all.
You've got Kanye if you go back to Chicago, Joe.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's it.
That's like literally the foundations of rap today, besides what, like...
Yeah, it's true.
The OG legends, yeah.
I think it's...
I just feel like with drill, it's like you have like levels to it, though. Do you know what I'm saying? There's the really gritty stuff. There's a bit that can be played here and there on different platforms. And then there's what Drake will put out and that could go everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it depends where you want to bridge that gap. Because it could happen, but it's where do you really want it to be bridged?
Yeah, I agree. Before we wrap up, I would say, who are your like new, obviously Lashawna, you're not really heads in.
Yeah, I'm not answering that question.
You're not really heads in on drill. So this one is to Lily, and obviously myself, who are your new contenders or newcomers that are gonna take the scene by storm when it comes to drill?
I feel like I was listening to him before, but because of the Drake feature, Sosa Geek is gonna just blow off the back of that, and I'm happy about that. Sosa Geek, he's on Demons with Five.
Yeah.
And I personally think it's the best verse. So fight me if you want, but that to me, is like, and that's how you want to make your feature. Do you know what I mean? He had, I think, because we started following each other around Fivio. I went live with Fivio, but so he had about 20K then. I haven't looked since, but I bet he's like probably already close to like just off the Drake feature. He's a really good artist. I think Chris Elite is my favorite. Chris Elite, he's like Tutu Jesus, like protege kind of thing. They got a song together called Draco, and honestly, his voice is perfect for drill. He's got one of them proper like gruff, like he sounds like on it. Like his voice is just perfect for drill. Yeah, and
that's
I think he's like, honestly, he's my favorite. And he actually, it's really sad. So Chris Elite had the drive-by beat, the 5EO beat that opens. His version's really good, but he hadn't it until he had like a 1 minute version out after, or 2 minute version out after 5EO dropped the song, like, and then he said like 5EO sucked my dick. So yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, so Geek's on 30K right now.
Okay, so yeah, well, I've given him a couple of weeks, he'll be on 50. Do you know what I mean? I think he's right, Drake one. But yeah, so I think Chris Elite is my number one favorite. Sleepy Hallow I've already been a fan of and we've spoken about, and he's doing numbers. But I think Sleepy Hallow's been slept on, considering he did like 2 mil on his song in 4 weeks. Yeah, around about 2 mil views, and so, yeah, it's just a freestyle. So yeah.
So what about any more UK?
Oh, UK. Well, we have this debate. Millions, I think, is the guy already. Millions, and I feel like the RFB guys, they're very, very established, but I feel they're the guys like, so yeah, they're the guys doing numbers, like Double L's, Bando, like those guys have got like 400K followers or something like that already off doing like songs, and they're getting like 2 mil views. So I feel like they're the guys that are already established but are doing a lot.
Yeah.
Guys up and comers, but yeah, I'm trying to think of better ones, but those guys are really pretty well known.
what about the female drill artists? Because there's a lot of those coming through.
There are a lot, and like, but then it's like, even because I interviewed Shaybo and she's like, I personally don't think Shaybo is a drill artist, and she agrees, but I think she makes great drill songs.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women, I don't know if, like, I say La Vida's a drill artist, but there's not, like, I feel a lot of the women that are making drill aren't like permanent drill artists.
Yeah, I don't think they live the lifestyle that they talk about in drill.
Me either.
Yeah,
like, I feel like La Vida's obviously come from that background. Like, she stated it, the evidence is there. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's undeniable. But I feel like for the actual like essence of drill, a lot of them ain't. They're just jumping on the beats.
Yeah, and they can sound good doing it, but it's like, it's to be a drill artist is one thing. I don't think everyone that does drill can be called an artist. You know, like making certain songs like doesn't label you that. Just, you know. And especially like Shaybo says she's singing on her new project. Like, I don't see someone that sings and does that as being someone that is just straight drill.
Yeah.
Mine
would be UK wise, Millions, 100%. Like, that's the guy for me right now. I like OFB and Frosty. Like, those two, especially with the new track they just dropped, Fire. La Vida Loca, I would say, is one of the main drill female artist there is right now, and she just needs to stay strong in the sound and just keep pushing with it and becoming who she needs to be in that side. There's a new girl I think who's just signed to Corleone who does drill. She has one track that sounds wavy. I want to see a bit more from her. Can't remember her name. But US, my guys are always gonna be Chef G, Fabio, some new guys, Killamo, Quali Woo, he's hard. He's just recently dropped a new track. And then, yeah, like, there's a couple others, but I'm waiting to hear more. Do you get what I mean?
I forgot about V9. I feel like V9 signed.
Nah, V9's hard. V9, but
yeah.
Do you know I think V9 is very sick. I just haven't heard a commercial record.
No, Right or Wrong. Like, I feel like Right or Wrong is the most commercial I've heard so far, but that's because it's a record deal song.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? Also, G4 Boys. I can't forget G4 Boys.
G4 Boys.
Yeah, I can never, like, I don't know if they're drill artists though. Do you get what I mean? Like, because they've taken drill into, like, when you're talking about content-wise, into a whole new hemisphere. Like, it's more about, the topic isn't now just about what you do on road, it's what you're doing on the internet. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, drill's evolving to a whole nother thing. So it's going to be very interesting in, like, by the end of 2020, seeing where drill stands.
Yeah, 100%. It would be interesting to see that.
But yeah, man.
It's like, I do want to see some women in drill, but that's the thing. At the same time, it's like, that kind of depends on the representation of women. Like, I know women are doing the same kind of shit, but not as many.
Facts.
Like, the ratio is going to be similar. But I definitely want to see some more women, like, making drill in the next year or so.
But with the way drill's going, like, it really now, the content's changing. Like, it really is just coming down to the production. Like, drill is the sound. It's not really anything to do with the content anymore. It's the sound, the beats, the 808s, the way they slap. That's what it really comes down to now. Just because people are really taking it and making it own and taking it there. Like, I've seen recently on Skinny Macho's Instagram, there's a guy in Ghana doing drill and he's speaking in Twi. I'm like, what?
Damn.
Like, it's crazy. There's like Brazilian drill. Like, it's really been taken there.
Trust me, Brazilian drill is going to go off. Like, I want to hear that shit. Like
it's crazy. It was lit.
And the way they do you remember like ballet funk when?
Yeah.
If you can get some ballet funk drill, I am here for it. Like, and also because you know that it would be like, I've been to a rave in like the favelas. They have like the ballet funk raves in the favelas and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously you can go as a tourist with the right people and stuff, but like the way like those are set up, like honestly, I believe that would be the essence of drill in Brazil. I can imagine it sounding right from that scene.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bang. Fam, could you talk the amount of crud they could talk in their music? Are you mad?
Yeah, especially if they're from the favelas, they're on it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's real life. It's no cap. No kizak.
No cap.
There's a rap scene in Brazil, but someone was telling me about Portuguese drill. So I feel like we should just, I'm going to investigate. We might have some like Brazilian drill by next week.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I feel like we had a great discussion. I think it's only right we wrap up here. And maybe meet up closer to the end of the year just to see where drill's been taken to. But yeah, this has been the I Am Next show. Myself, Mr. I Am Next. Love Lily Mercer for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lily.
And shout out to Shauna Rose as well. And yeah, man, make sure you tune in, like, and subscribe. It's lit. It's